For the people watching this, they're like, you're never gonna read any of that. Yes. Yes, I will. Don't test me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer O'Malley. I usually review products. I've recently started doing bookish content because I set a goal of reading 50 books for 2022, and I've exceeded the amount of passion that I've put into this goal. I am now on book 34. So yeah, clearly rekindled my love for reading. I am now on BookTok. If you want to follow my BookTok, here's my TikTok. If you want to follow my regular TikTok. But today's video is a bookish video. He's showing you my entire physical TBR. TBR stands for to be read. These are all the books that I own and I haven't read yet. Over here, already off to a great start. 8 books in one. Throne of Glass. I bought the entire physical series box set because it was on sale with absolutely zero intention of reading it. I finished House of Sky and Breath, Crescent City 2 by Sarah J. Maas. Now I have to read Throne of Glass. Not for the fact that I own all 8 books in the box set. Yeah, I have to read it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, do I commit? I will. I have a few months to get it out of my system before Crescent City 3 comes out, okay? I've never read the Lost Hero series, which is like the continuation of Percy Jackson. I have books 1 and 2, The Lost Hero and The Son of Neptune, so I do plan on reading those because I'm a huge Percy Jackson fan, or I like to claim to be, but I've never read the continuation series, just the first 5. I also have 3rd book in the Magnus Chase, Gods of Asgard series, also by Rick Riordan. And the reason I only have the 3rd book is because I found it in a little free library. I thought it was the first book and I took it. Now I have to collect the first 2, and I haven't been able to find them anywhere. I like to secondhand thrift all my Percy Jackson books. They're very easy to find at Goodwill and Salvation Army, since it is like a preteen series. I've even found a signed, like my Last Olympians copy is signed. So check your thrift store if you want to start your Percy Jackson collection or expand it. Own it. It's signed. Miss Colleen Hoover herself signed this. Haven't read it. It Ends With Us traumatized me, so I'm scared of this one. That would be my 7th and final Colleen Hoover book whenever I get to that one, because I feel like there's so many authors that I should expand and read. I just can't sit here and consume all of Sarah J. Maas and all of Colleen Hoover. Like, I need to give other people a chance. Okay. This is my dark academia corner, and I haven't read any of them. The Atlas 6 by Olivie Blake. This copy is gorgeous. I love it. The end. There's a website called Second Sale where you can get books for $3 just secondhand. Secondhand, I got Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I finally read Shadow and Bone and I really like her writing style, so I will be giving this a shot. Next is my queen, Holly Black's Book of Night. Heard terrible things about this, but I'm still gonna give it a chance because I do love Holly Black. The Cruel Prince series is one of my favorite YA fantasy series. This is her first adult debut. I have the special edition version of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I own multiple V.E. Schwab books and haven't read a single one. I haven't read anything by V.E. Schwab, but I stan her for some reason. Signed. A signed copy of Gallant. Haven't read it. I also have signed edition of Bridgerton, The Duke and I. Haven't read this. Mainly bought it because it was $14 and it's actually signed. It's not a digital signature. You can see the pen marks. One of my best friends got me the BookTok box set because I am on BookTok. So this has A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna, House of Salt and Sorrow. Dang, this copy's a little banged up. By Erin Craig, and then We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. So those 4, I'm excited to get to those. This book is gorgeous. This is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. I've heard amazing things about this book and this author. There's gonna be a 2nd one. I can't wait to dive into this. I'm gonna be obsessed with it. I know myself. Fantasy series that make me transport me into it drive me crazy. I become obsessed with it. I have 3 Book of the Month books here. If you don't know what Book of the Month is, it's a subscription box where you get books for cheap and they're hardcover, so they're very nice. They all match like when you have them on your shelf. The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. I have Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner, which this is a memoir and I heard it's very sad. I'm saving that for a rainy day. And I have Mexican Gothic by Silvio Moreno Garcia. I thrifted this copy of Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. This is the author of The Girl on the Train. This is a mystery, a murder mystery. in a small town, and I've heard amazing things about it. Saving it for spooky season. The reason I started reading Shadow and Bone, not only because I love the show, but because I was gifted Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. If you didn't know, Shadow and Bone, the show, is actually 2 different series being shown to us simultaneously. So you have the Shadow and Bone storyline and the Six of Crows storyline. Cool! I thought that was really cool when I found that out. So now I want to read them both. I finished this first book. I don't think the show captured how awkward Alina is. Now that I read the book, I'm like, okay, I understand her character a lot more. But I'm excited to get to this one. And I have to finish the trilogy to get to this one. So, Wicked Beauty by Katie Robert. This is a dark romance. It's a Greek mythology reimagined. So this follows Achilles, Patroclus, and Helen in a throuple. I'm excited for it. Katie Robert knows how to write like a true love story. Like, yes, they're dark romances and obviously smutty, but at the end of it, true love conquers all. At the end, it's always like a wholesome, like loving ending. And I just love that. If you like Once Upon a Time, but you wanted it to be a little bit more sexy, that's the vibe that Katie Robert gives. I have From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Haven't read anything by JLA. I've heard good and terrible things about this. So, I don't know. I've had it for a while and I'm just holding on to it. I don't know. 18 plus for these two. Hunting Adeline, which is the second book in the cat and mouse duology. It's really intense, but I liked the first one, so we're gonna attempt to get through this one. And the second one that I have is the Mindfuck series. There's like some like nail polish I think I got on it. But yeah, the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey. I found out the author actually passed away. I plan on reading it. I've heard amazing things about it. It's a romance where the love interest, the girl, is the serial killer and the man is the detective working on her case. So now I'm in my little romance section, my little rom-com section. We have The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I read The Heart Principle and I loved it. This is following the cousin from The Heart Principle. This is technically the first one. I read the third one by accident first. They don't have to be read in order, they're standalones, but that's the order that they came out. I also have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I don't know why I bought this. It's not my vibe usually, but we'll see. Maybe it ends up being one of my favorite books of all time. That usually happens. Found this at the Goodwill. This is a rom-com called Always in December by Emily Stone, and it's like a Christmas rom-com, and I'm saving it for Christmas time, probably for $8. I thrifted the entire Vampire Academy series. I think I read the first 3 in high school. I don't remember anything about it, so I wanted to reread it before the series comes out because they're actually turning this into a show. The producers of the Vampire Diaries are making it, and I am obsessed with the Vampire Diaries. And the last 3 books on my physical TBR, don't forget, these are all books I have not read. Game of Thrones, found it in a little free library. The first one, it's been well read, well loved. I'm gonna give it a chance. Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is an alien dystopian romance. Apparently, it's young adult fiction. He's an alien. That's all I know. I found Those Three Little Words by Megan Quinn. Not my usual kind of book. It's a sports romance. This guy, he is in a football team and his BFF, who is also the captain of the football team, has a sister, and so he knocked up the sister. Now he has to deal with the consequences, and also like simultaneously betraying his best friend, because like, dude, the best friend apparently is angry, according to the back of the book. So that's the entirety of my physical TBR. Those are all the books that I own and have not read, which is kind of almost all of the books that I own, to be honest. I tend to give away a lot of books. Like, if I read something and I didn't really enjoy it, I'll go take it to a free little library and trade it for something else. So that's why I have a lot of used books too. Thank you for watching. If you stayed till the end, stay beautiful. I love you. Peace.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.